There's more than one way to fly this mission. But on this mission, a man flies like Maverick, or a man doesn't come back. Top Gun 3 is officially in the works, and while there's still a long way to go, we finally have an update. Jay Ellis, who played Lieutenant Ruben Payback Fitch in Top Gun, Maverick, recently shared that the team is focused on getting the story right. Meanwhile, Miles Teller claims he hasn't heard any updates yet, but he did joke that he told Tom Cruise to give him a 6-month heads up so he can get in shape. With that in mind, let's break down everything known about Top Gun 3 so far. After a year of development, the movie is still not quite ready for takeoff. Back in January 2024, Deadline reported that a sequel was in the works at Paramount, but it's still in the early stages. Ellis jokingly told US Weekly, "So here's what the story is going to be. It's going to be Payback. No," before getting serious and confirming that the team is still working on the script and the story. And that's a big deal because, according to Ellis, Tom Cruise, who isn't just the star but also a producer, is a perfectionist. He wants to make sure the audience gets what they paid for, fully immersing themselves in the film's world for 2 hours. With Maverick co-writer Aaron Kruger back, the creative team is ensuring this sequel is more than just a cash grab. Reports in early 24 confirmed Top Gun 3 was moving forward after Cruise's non-exclusive deal with Warner Bros. The plan is to reunite him with co-stars Miles Teller and Glenn Powell, alongside producers Jerry Bruckheimer and David Ellison. As for director Joe Kosinski, he's expected to return, though it's unclear whether he'll direct or take on a different role. If a reminder is needed of how big Top Gun Maverick was, it's still the highest-grossing film of Cruise's career, making $1.49 billion at the box office. It also won an Oscar for Best Sound and was nominated for 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. The pressure is on to make Top Gun 3 just as good. Before Ellis's update, Miles Teller also spoke about the sequel in February 2025 while promoting The Gorge on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. When asked about Top Gun 3, he said, "Look, you might be shocked, but I do not greenlight that thing. I have nothing to do with it." That's not exactly a no, but it's clear he's waiting for the call like the rest of us. He did, however, mention that he's already warned Cruise to give him enough time to prepare for the role. "I just told Tom, give me enough time and a heads up for me to get in shape. It's 1 month per ab. I need 6 months heads up." Colbert pressed for a real answer, asking if a third film was actually happening. Teller stayed coy, saying, "I don't know. There's a lot of enthusiasm on the fan side. There's a lot of enthusiasm on the creative side." While nothing is officially confirmed, the interest is there. With Top Gun 3 still in development, details remain scarce. Back in January 2024, Aaron Kruger was announced as the writer, and Joe Kosinski was expected to return as director. The goal was to bring back Cruise, Teller, and Powell, but beyond that, the script is still a work in progress. One actor, however, has already ruled himself out. Ed Harris, who played Rear Admiral Chester Hammer Kane in Top Gun Maverick, confirmed he won't be returning. His character, a minor antagonist in Maverick, mainly appeared in the opening scene as the official trying to shut down Maverick's hypersonic jet program. He was eventually overridden by Admiral Tom Eisman-Kazansky and didn't play a major role beyond that. Given how the story unfolded, it makes sense that he wouldn't be needed for the third film. That said, there's always a chance the script could include him in some way. If Top Gun 3 explores more Navy politics or revisits familiar faces, his character could return, but for now, it looks unlikely. As for the story, it's still a mystery. Jay Ellis emphasized that Cruise is taking his time to make sure they get it right. And considering he's also busy with Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, and other Warner Bros. projects, this could take a while. Still, that hasn't slowed down the excitement. Both Teller and Powell have expressed interest in returning, and the creative team wants to ensure the story is worthy of following up Maverick. If there's one thing to take away from Top Gun Maverick, it's that patience pays off. The gap between the first Top Gun and Maverick was over 3 decades, and while no one expects Top Gun 3 to take that long, it's understandable why the team is being meticulous. As for Ed Harris not returning, it's probably for the best if the story doesn't need him. Top Gun 3 has to stand on its own and not just bring back characters for nostalgia's sake. If his character doesn't fit into the new narrative, forcing him back in wouldn't make sense. At the end of the day, Top Gun 3 is still in development. While there's no release date or even a confirmed plot, it's clear that everyone involved wants to make it something special. So for now, it's a waiting game. When Top Gun 3 finally takes flight, the hope is that it'll be worth it. As for what the movie might be about, nothing is officially set in stone, but there are some strong possibilities. A new mission will inevitably bring Maverick and the other pilots back into action. And while the details of that mission will be important, the real focus will be on how it challenges them as characters. Maverick introduced an interesting setup that Top Gun 3 could build on: Admiral Kane's plan to replace human pilots with drones. This could spark a major conflict in the next movie, a story where Maverick and his team go up against AI-controlled aircraft to prove that human instinct and skill still matter. Would make for an intense and meaningful showdown. What would make this even better? A Top Gun reunion war. Since most of the original crew didn't return for Maverick, this could be the perfect opportunity to bring them back. Imagine the original fighter pilot team reuniting to prove that experience and teamwork can outmatch machines. It would be a great tribute to the first film while also pushing the story forward in an exciting way. At this point, the idea of drones replacing pilots seems like a strong contender for Top Gun 3's main conflict. The real question is how it will unfold and what role Maverick and the others will play in it. Either way, it's a direction that could bring plenty of action, nostalgia, and high-stakes drama to the franchise. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think Top Gun 3 should be about? Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome. See you in the next one.